Alrighty guys, we're back at it again. Jesse and Bob and them are over here working on this door.
Got it working.
Got it working.
Right there, that's a miracle. I wish you got it on camera.
Oh yeah.
You'd have made some money.
That's right. Hey, we'll get him back on here in a minute.
Send that passer or something.
We do have some rust holes and stuff down here. We'll have to clean up. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. But we got several projects going on right now. We'll take you guys on over here to the hot rod, let you see what's happening. So as promised, we got the fill-in panel all mounted in, and I'm going to show you guys how we done that right over here on this side. So we've got the template made, and we're getting ready to cut that piece out, and we're going to rock and roll, guys. Alrighty guys, so we kind of came against a problem here. So the way we mounted the driver's side actually works really well for the driver's side, but it won't work at all for the passenger side. So a problem we ran into, and of course this is always an ongoing thing, the way this side of the body is made is different from that side, and I didn't catch it until went to make the fill-in panel. So it's a mess. So basically this makes sense. This ledge right in here, right there, is made completely different on the other side, meaning on the inside of the door, compared to that side. So we had to go back to the drawing board again. And this is just kind of funny because a lot of times a lot of hot rod shows, and a lot of, I've even seen on YouTube, a lot of people don't tell you they've had to make a piece 3 or 4 or 5 times. And that side there, on the driver's side, that's the 3rd one over there. And I'm about to make a 4th one to completely fix that side. Hopefully that will finish that one off. So the design we came up with is this design here. So basically this ledge right here is how we were mounting it before. You can see over there. We're still going to mount it to the chassis the same way, so that design works. And we just had to change and add this lip right here. So I'm going to slap this in here and let you guys see it. Okay guys, this is basically what we came up with, and sorry it took me so long to get in there. It just kind of got complicated there. You can see where it's mounted on the side now. And once I get everything all mounted in, that'll look very nice and smooth and clean. We're going to do that same thing. We'll have 1, 2, 3 mounted there. We'll do the same thing over there on that side, and it'll even it up, and it's going to look pretty clean. Just had to do it that way. It just it's always one thing or another. It kind of turns it into, you gotta divide and conquer and try to figure out how you're going to fix it. And once you figure it out, you just got to keep moving forward. And sometimes it makes taking 3 or 4 scrap pieces to make the real one. It just turns out to be that way sometimes. But we're moving forward. I'm going to finish drilling those holes, mount that one, mount it to the chassis. That side will be done. Then I can move back over here. At least we've got a very, very good template to go off of, meaning that piece right there. We will completely copy that design, use the same holes, except for those 2, it's mounted to the body, and we'll just add a 90-degree bend over there on the end and mount it to the side over there. And it'll still look good, still look clean. We'll kind of go over here to the side so you guys can see it. So see, it's still going to look good over in there, I do believe. And especially once I get all that tight in there, it's going to look very nice and very clean. But we're just going to keep on rocking here and keep on getting after it. Alrighty guys, we figured out how to make that piece work, and I'm gonna have to have a break from it for a minute. It's been wearing me out. We still got to get this piece up to date. I wish we could have made that work on that side over here, but it is what it is. So we're gonna take a break, go to a car show for a minute, look at some hot rods. Mr. Jesse's over there hanging out, so we're gonna go see him, and then we're gonna come back and we'll go through the whole process again and show the final details of how we actually make that piece. Alrighty, let's head to it. Alright guys, we're out here at Tulips and we're checking out all these hot rods out here. Just kind of a quick little break here before we get back on the GTO. Just thought I'd kind of let you guys see what all's going on out here. But I think it's something kind of new they're going to start doing out here, and I think it's kind of cool. Definitely got to support the local car shows, so you guys be sure to come on out to Tulips and have a good old time. Jesse, it's right up your alley right there, bro.
No doubt, man. Like I lost a couple of brain cells just looking at it. It's cool.
That's right. Alrighty guys, we finally get to make this piece. Lordy mercy, this has been a lot of hours just to finally figure out the design of how this is going to work. So we started out with a cardboard template. You guys got to see that. And then we transitioned into our first test piece just to see how it would work. And we kind of got to just throw something out there to see what we were working with. And of course, your first piece never works. That's just kind of how the sheet metal game works. So we made the second one and it worked. Yes, it worked. But the problem, as we talked about before, we wasn't able to transition the same setup to the passenger side. So we're going to take the same design, but instead of having these two mounting holes here, we're going to put a 90-degree lip on it, and we're going to mount it there. And so we've kind of got it all transferred over to here, and we're going to cut this bad boy out, and hopefully the new design, we can get it knocked out in one whack here for the driver's side. So sometimes you have a weekend where you got to make several tries on one side, and you find out that doesn't work for the other side, so you got to end up making both sides again. So part of it, but we're going to keep on rocking and keep on pushing forward. Did you get my button picture?
Oh yeah.
Awesome, man. Jesse's getting ready to sand this bad boy down just like what he done on the driver door over there. And we're basically just getting this bad boy down to bare metal so it all kind of looks uniform for a street car takeover. Yes, we're going for the full metal look right now, and that's just kind of what we're going to roll with because we know we can make that goal. After street car takeover, we're probably going to start priming stuff and getting ready for paint. So we're just going to keep on rocking here, and let's get after it.
Run. wood grinder versus before and after. New high.
Okay guys, so we just got this piece right here, and let's see if it's gonna fit. Just like that, that's what I'm talking about. So let's look in here real quick at these brackets here. So this is where we're gonna be mounting to on the chassis, and all these will be TIG welded up solid once we're said and done. This is where we was mounting to, and this isn't gonna work anymore, so we're gonna have to weld all that back up and clean all that stuff back up like it never happened. But this is stuff you don't realize happens sometimes, but I'm letting you guys in on a secret. Sometimes you gotta make a panel about 4 or 5 times, it's just part of it. But we're gonna keep on rocking and rolling. It's time to drill the holes out on this piece, put our bolts into here, and hey guys, we're moving. Alrighty guys, check that out. Those panels are finally looking good. And we are very, very happy with how that turned out. Boom. I think that looks very nice and clean. It's very strong. So, finally got those done. Took tons and tons of hours. No joke. Each side probably had about 5 hours on each side. Crazy altogether, probably about 10 hours just to make those 2 panels. That doesn't even include these pieces here. So, all together, we don't even want to talk about the hours that's in that, but again, I just wanted to elaborate on how many panels it took to finally get both of these to turn out good, and I'm very, very happy with that. But you know, we got to keep on moving, we got to keep on rocking, and as we're working on that, we kind of came across a massive rust hole, so I'm gonna take you guys over here to it. Check this out right here. We got this one, and whoa Nelly, big one right there. So we got to make some fill-in panels, so we're going to keep on doing kind of like what we normally do. Of course, make a cardboard template and then start creating some panels here. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make a 2-piece part here. So one, fill this in, it'll have a lip right here, and then we'll come back and fill in this piece right here. So the coolest part is going to be making this lip and connected in with this back fill-in panel here. So this is going to be a fun one right here, so let's get to it and make ourselves a fill-in sheet metal panel to fill up these rusted holes. Well, Mrs. Jessie over here rocking and rolling, getting the doors all cleaned up. We just got the driver's side done. It's looking real, real good. Cannot thank this guy enough right here. He's helping me out a ton.
So?
That moment you're watching Hank Hill playing darts with your good buddy.
Who cares?
I don't know about that. It was neck and neck. We were neck and neck on that game. We're going to keep on rocking. I'm still working on this panel here. We had to take a break and just have some fun, but we're going to jump right back at it and get on it. Alrighty guys, we got our piece here. We're about to start cutting and get this bad boy in here, and then we'll make this piece right here. So it's going to kind of be a 2-piece deal, and then we will fill in this hole here. So we are rocking and rolling, and we're going to start cutting here.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh my lord. Alrighty guys, well we've got the first part there in. That's looking a whole lot better. And if this makes sense, you know, you kind of, with these panels like this, you kind of just got to tack it in as you go. Get one tacked in, make your other, get it tacked in, just keep on kind of moving there. So we got the first part there kind of wrapped up, and that looks a whole lot better, and especially when we go to grind all this down, and it'll look pretty smooth, look pretty good. So time to move on to the next one, get it cleaned up, get it tacked in, and then once we get all those in, it is time to do some grinding and get it all smoothed in. And just like that, guys, we are ready to weld this bad boy up and do some grinding. So we're gonna get after it and weld a lot and then grind a lot. I think that piece will look pretty good. Rock and roll, guys. And boom, just like that, we got ourselves a patched up, nasty looking hole. So we're going to take this grinder here and we are going to clean this bad boy up and we're going to make it look like a brand new penny. Rock and roll, guys. And boom, guys, check that out. That's what I'm talking about. You guys saw what it looked like before, and that's how we do it. That's gonna look awesome. Very cool, very cool. Boom, guys, man, this weekend has been crazy. We've been making and building and fabricating, stripping paint off, stripping rust off. I mean, it's been crazy. So I mean, we've been rocking and rolling. Jesse's been helping out a bunch. Bob, he was helping. Hannah, she's been helping filming, doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the background. We've literally pulled out every tool I own, friends' tools, Jesse's tools, the neighbors' tools. I think I've pulled them all out this weekend on these projects. But let's go over a few things, show you kind of everything we've built this weekend. This episode has been action-packed of tons of hours, tons of fabricating just from Friday and Saturday. So we've been rocking and rolling. So let's look at this stuff and let's see what it looks like. Alrighty, guys, so let's look over all of our work from this weekend. And guess who come to see us? It's Mr. Sam. What's going on, buddy? He's coming to check out all of our work and he's like, you need to clean these tools up, it's getting crazy. But anyways, it's all of our work we've done so far. So all the different panels, we finally wrapped up the mounting of the fill-in panels. They're looking awesome. I'm very, very pleased with this. I think it transitions very nice. We go from this rounded curvature piece into these different angles here, right on into the firewall, and it's very strong. I mean, the way we have it mounted, I'm very happy with that. Same thing over there. I think it turned out very nice. And I feel like the firewall is really starting to pop right now. It's looking good. I'm very, very pleased with all the bead rolling and stuff that's going on with it. Also, I know there's a lot of tools and stuff laying out right now. I know a lot of them are like, man, why didn't you clean it up to do this outro here? Well, I'm kind of wanting to really hit on how much work goes into this stuff, all the tools and all the craziness that happens just to get one little area done. And you know, with this sort of work, a lot of times like on TV and other shows and even some YouTube channels, they don't want to show all the craziness. They don't want to show all the messes and how dirty it gets. I mean, the floor has got insane amount of metal dust and insane amount of just nastiness everywhere. And I'm wanting to give it to you as how it is. You know, I mean, we've got the TIG welder out to do these projects. We've got the MIG welder out. We've got my toolboxes out. We've got the shrinker and stretcher out. We've got tons of sheet metal tools, different grinders with different abrasive wheels on them to do the rough grinding and then the finishing grinding on that little sheet metal area there. We had to fix up with the rust holes. We've got tin snips, we've got drills, we've got hammers, we've got different tools and wrenches, and I mean, it's just all a mess and blowed apart. And that's how crazy it gets, you know, when you're working on this stuff. And I just want to give it to you how it is and not some mocked up, oh, you know, we just knowed exactly what we were doing. Sometimes you just gotta throw everything at it until you finally get it. But we are there, guys. It's looking awesome. And thank you guys so much for joining us for this ride here. We are getting down to the nitty gritty here. It's getting awesome. So we're getting closer and closer to the streetcar takeover. I hope you guys enjoyed the break today where we went over and met up with Jesse and got to see the cars over there at the car show. thought that was really cool, and just to kind of break it up, because it was getting crazy. This stuff is really hard sometimes, and I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm super excited, very happy with what the work we got done from Friday and Saturday this weekend. Super cool. But enough of my talking. That's it. I'm cutting it out of here. You guys be sure to go pick up a t-shirt. Until next time, you guys have a good one.